December 3rd, 2021, I am sitting in my auntie's house in a small town in Bangladesh. Watching YouTube video titled Earn Money with Mobile, I had zero skills, zero credibility, and honestly, zero idea what I was doing. Fast forward to today, 26, I run a marketing agency, work with clients internationally, and actually make a living online. But here's the thing. Between that confused kid in 2021 and where I am now, I failed a lot. And those failures taught me something nobody tells about. Credibility. To start marketing yourself, you need to a system, and that's exactly what I am giving to you today. The 5 steps that actually worked for me when I had absolutely nothing to show. If you are watching this video and thinking, but I have no portfolio, no testimonials, no proof, perfect. This video is for you. Stick around because by the end you will have a clear roadmap that does not require you to do fake it till you make it. Hey, I am Vishwajit Roy. You might be know me as CP Vishwajit. I run Maxbe Marketing and I am currently balancing being a founder with being a second year economics student. So trust me, I got a wall juggling multiple things while trying to build something from nothing. Struggle. Here's what we are covering today. 5 specific actionable steps to market yourself when you have zero experience, no theory. Those are strategies I personally used, tested and saw results from. And I am going to share the failure too. Because honestly, those taught me more than the wins. Before we dive in, and if you are serious about building an online business or learning digital marketing, style. I post real, novice content every week. Alright, let's get into it. So, step 1 might sound contradictory, but hear me out. When you have no credibility, you borrow it, and the fastest way to do that, attach yourself to people, platforms, or brands that already have it. Let me explain what I mean. Back in 2022, when I was still figuring those out, I had zero followers, zero case studies, nothing. But I started commenting thoughtfully in industry leaders' posts, Neil Patel, Brain Drain, Matt Digity, not great post, garbage. I mean, actual insight, question, action, adding value. Here's what happened. Other people reading those comments started checking out my profile. Same followed me. Why? Because in these minds, if I was interested with someone those trusted, I must know something too. That's word creativity. Quick question, have you ever clicked on someone's profile just because they left a smart comment somewhere? Exactly. That's a human psychology. Here's our 3 practical ways to do right now in 2026. On. Guest post on established blog or website in your niche, even if you are not getting paid. But getting your name next to theirs, that's a currency. 2. Get featured in a round map post, reach out to bloggers doing expect roundups and contribute a white or tip. Boom, you are now listed alongside actual experts. 3. Collaborate with people on step ahead of you. Not huge influencer that will not respond. Find people worth 5,000 to 10,000 followers and purpose a small collab. I join live sessions, a co-written article, whatever, you both win. I did this consistently early on. And here's the thing, you are not faking credibility. You are strategically positioning yourself where capable people already exist. Okay, step 2 is a game changer. You need to prove of work before you have paying clients. And no, I am not talking about making fake testimonials. I am talking about creating real results for yourself for free. Here's my story. In 2023, I wanted to offer a service problem. No one was going to pay me with zero track record. So I did something simple but powerful. I built my own case study. I created blogs, applied every SEO techniques I was learning, and documented the result. In 3 months, I took it from zero to ranking on page on a few low competition keywords. Nothing crazy, but it was a proof. When I approach potential clients, I don't say, trust me, I can do SEO. I said, here's what I did for my own site. And here's the screenshot, the traffic graphs, and the ranking. Now, I am not going to be lie. This felt like working for free at first. And it was frustrating. But remember, my marketing days back to 2018, my mentor don't pay me much. But I learned how to actually fix this same principle here. You are building a skill and proof simultaneously. Here's how you apply this. For writers, start a Medium blog, write 10 solid articles in your niche. That's your portfolio. For designers, redesign bad website you find online just for practice, post and before and after, balance on Instagram. For marketers, run a campaign for a local non-profit. Document everything. Results don't have to be massive, just real. For courses and consultants, offer pro bonus sessions to 3 to 5 people in exchange for video testimonials. I am building my practice. I am giving you incredible value and all I ask is honest feedback. In 2026, with AI tools and free platforms everywhere, you have zero excuse not to create proof of work. The barrier is entry has never been lower. And here's the something critical. When you do this, you are not just creating proof of your others, you are building genuine confidence in yourself. Because when you know you can get results that show up in how you can communicate. Step 3, competence how I appreciate content. You don't need to be an expert and add value. You just need to document your journey. This is something Gary has talked about, and I'm living proof it works. In 2024, I launched a project called World Winner CPA. I was excited. I thought I had it figured it out. It failed completely. Now, old me will have hidden that failure, been embraced, moved on quietly, but instead I documented it. I made content about what it failed, what I learned, and what I do differently. And you know what happens? That content get more engagement than my success stories. People don't connect with perfection. They connect with real. They connect with I tried this. Here's what happened. Here's what I learned. Here's your action plan. If you are learning SEO, document your process. Day 30 of learning SEO. Here's what I tried this week. Here's what I worked. Here's what tanked. If you are building a business, share behind the scenes the messy parts. The decision making that proves it you are developing a skill. Show your evolution. Here's my first attempt at skill versus my fifth attempt. This does 3 powerful things. 1. It positions you as authentic and reliable. 2. It attracts people who are on a similar journey. They become your community there. It creates a content library that showcases your growth and learning ability. In 2026, with everyone trying to look perfect on social media, the people who win are also willing to be real, document the process. The creativity comes from the journey, not disparate it. Alright, step 4 is about focus. When you have no creativity, trying to be everything to everywhere is a depth sentence. Instead of pick on, sacrifice problem and become the go-to person for solving it. Here's what I mean. Early on, I was trying to teach CPM marketing, offline marketing, SEO, Facebook ads, email marketing, everything. And I was mediocre at all of it. Nobody remembered my because I was not known for anything specific. Then I made a shift. I focused especially on helping beginners to understand SEO for affiliate site. That's it. Super narrow, and suddenly people started referring to me as the SEO guy for affiliate beginners. Think about it like this. When your car breaks down, you don't take it someone who kinda knows cars. You take it to mechanic who specialize in your car's make and the model. Same thing here. Here's how to apply this. Step A. Identify one painful problem in your target audience has not 5 problems on. Step B. Create 10 to 15 pieces of content solving that specific problem from different angles. Step C. Engage in communication where people are actively struggling with that problem. Reddit, Facebook groups, LinkedIn, whatever. Step D. Become known as the person who always has been a powerful answer for that one thing. What happens over time? You build a micro creativity, people start tagging you in a post, hey, ask your name and then how about this thing. Like for me, it's a SEO for affiliate marketers. That's a real creativity building from zero. And here's the beautiful part. Once you are known for own thing, you can expand, but you have to reset all you used to be for it when you are studying. Narrow wins when you have no creativity. Final step, and that's on, is stable but powerful. When you have no big results to show, showcase your process instant. Let me give you a real examples. When I was starting out with no clients, I could not say, I helped this completely get 100,000 visitors. But I could say, here's my exact 7-step process for your research, or here's how I structured my content babes, here's how this works. People don't just buy result. They buy confidence in your ability to deliver. And a clear, well thought out process creates that confidence. Think about it. If you go to a doctor, you are pretty trusting their process. They don't show you before and after photos of every. They demonstrate competence through their diagnostic approach, their methodology, their question. Here's how to showcase your process. On. Create framework content. My 5-step framework for X or this exact checklist for I use for Y. Make it visual, it possible. Flowcards, checklist, template. 2. Film yourself doing the work, screen recording for you doing your research, designing something, writing copy, whatever your skill is. Narrow your thinking. 3. Break it down, case studies, even your own personal project, step by step. Showcase the before, the strategy, the execution, and the after. The now matters more than the who when you are building trust. My background as a mechanic really hammered those home for me. When I was learning to fix engines, my mentor don't just say, here's a fixed engine, and he showed me the dynamic process, how he listened, what the check, first, second, and third. That systematic thinking is what made me trust him. Same applies to marketing yourself. When you are show your process, you are essentially saying, even if you don't have 200 testimonials, you can see I think clearly, works systematically, and you know what I am doing. That's a credibility. Alright, let's wrap this up. So here's the quick recap. On better credibility through acquisition, position yourself narrow people who already have it. 2. Create proof of work before you have clients. Build real results even if they trust even if they are just for you. 3. Document your journey. Be real about the process, the failures, and the learning. 4. Solve on-shift problem really well. Narrow bets board when you are studying. 5. Showcase your process when you don't have result yet. Let people see you think clearly. Here's my challenge for you. Pick one of those steps and implement in this week. Not all 5, just one. Comment below which step you are choosing. I read every comment and I'll reply with specific tips for your situation. If this video helped you, hit the like button. It generally helps more people find this content. And if you are serious about building something real with real online without the BS and hype, subscribe. I post every week and I always practical, always honest. Last thing, I started December 3rd, 2021 with zero creativity, zero experience, and zero clue. If I can go from watching earn money with mobile videos in my auntie's house to running an actual marketing businesses, you can absolutely do this too. It's not about being the best. It's about being consistent, strategic, and real. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.